My rock and roll name is Athenar. I come from the land of cleavage, Cleveland.
Athenar.
Athenar.
That's perfect. I love that.
There you go.
All right. Hey, it's Blag the Ripper, and I'm back with another episode of Songs and Lyrics. Today we're talking to a budding rock legend and a really attractive young man that I like to call Athenar, coming from the band Midnight.
Hey, how you doing, Mr. Blag? Hanging out here in the Netherlands and the nether regions, and
We're at the Pit Fest, making ourselves comfortable. We got bad live action audio. There's a bunch of cats from the band and crew in the background, and one drunk fucking piece of shit that I want to smack in his fucking face. Just shut up. All right, Athenar.
these are all truthisms.
Now, Athenar, these people are gonna witness the fucking beating of this motherfucker.
I've seen these guys in 1993. I've seen them beat people for real. That's no bullshit. But anyway, I won't bring
We're
it
here
in.
with Athenar.
That's past the
Well,
second
no,
year.
I think that was a perfect way to introduce this song. This is the Dead Boys.
Yeah.
Ain't
They're gonna
nothing to
knock down
do.
the next old lady I see. I may be knocking down you. Because there ain't nothing
Nothing to do on Songs and Lyrics.
I'm so sick of TV, you know I'm getting bored of the tubes. And I'm so sick of romance, I'm getting real sick of you. I wanna get on out of here and find me something to do. Yeah, get on out of here, just ain't nothing to do. Listen. I'm so sick of FM, I don't play my stereo too. Just wanna get out on the street spots, just ain't nothing to do. Now get on out of here, found something to do. Yeah, get on out of here, just ain't nothing to do. Ain't nothing to do. Gonna beat up the next hippie I see. Then I'll be beat up you. Look out, man. Get off controls.
All right, I'm back with Athenar. You got to tell me what you think after listening to that Dead Boys track, Ain't Nothing to Do, from their notorious first record, Young, Loud, and Snotty.
The song just never gets old. That's one of those you can listen to over and over, and it's always going to be exciting. It's always going to be fucking hilarious, the lyrics, and it's one that will always be appreciated and underappreciated by the people who just don't really.
So was this like 78? I mean,
77.
77.
Yeah.
I mean, that lyric, gonna beat up the next hippie I see, then I'm gonna beat up you. I mean, it kind of defines the original punk rock, like what it was a reaction to.
And in the Cleveland sense too, because that's so fitting. Because by '77, hippies were done, right? Pretty much. As far it's, the hippie age was gone, but they were still around in Cleveland because Cleveland's just always late to the game.
Right.
It's always like just kind of creeping up. They're not as hip as New York and LA, but fucking Stiv. Even now, he's not even from Cleveland. He's from fucking Youngstown, which is even.
Yeah, I lump all of Ohio together. I don't give it a separate identity to Cleveland. It's like, and I stretch it out to Cincinnati, like kind of like Ohio, Tucky. It's all,
Cincinnati.
yeah, it's like all the experiences I've had. It's like the shit happened in Columbus, shit happened in Cleveland, and I've just wiped it all together.
I have heard once that anything south of Cleveland is just Kentucky.
South Akron. Akron, yeah, it's just hillbilly. But
So,
yeah,
and that isn't to say it's bad, only to say that, like, you can get plenty of meth at a motel in Cincinnati. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
But, I mean, isn't there something about coming from the Midwest that is, you're always the underdog. And to me, it's like, I come from the suburbs of Chicago, and, like, lifetime Cubs fan, not that I know who's on the team or give up, but the Cubs mean everything to me because they're the losers.
And the Cubs came back and beat the loser Indians
Right.
a couple World Series ago
Yes.
after the Indians were gonna
Right.
win.
And here's the thing, ordinarily, I would always be rooting for Cleveland to win, because I always want to see the underdogs. I don't want to see LA and New York win, fuck them. It's like, okay, Cleveland, I'm down. But it's like, in the case of the Cubs, it just represents the ultimate Midwest thing, right? Because you're the loser and you'll never win. And over again, even when it's close, you know what I mean? Which kind of ties in with punk rock, right?
Yeah.
I mean, Midwest, specifically we got Iggy, we got, the Dead Boys, and we got the Cramps. I mean, to me, that's pretty deep.
More Cleveland ties in there too.
Yeah.
Pagans, Cleveland. It's Electric Eels if you're coming from still more Cleveland stuff, and between Ohio and Michigan, whatever. Everything else, but you got MC5 Stooges. That's one state over from Ohio, so we'll take that as our own too.
I forgive the MC5 because of the Stooges, but that's a different conversation.
Okay. I'd like to hear this conversation
for a different time.
But all right, let's get back to this.
So it ain't nothing to do. We got like definitive punk lyrics from Stiv, who for my money, just with this single album, really lays the groundwork for not just punk lyrics, but hardcore lyrics, the way I hear them. Very directly in your face and unafraid to use the most colloquial.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Of course, he was trying to out Iggy in a way, and in a way he did. Just because he just did it even more real in a way, and musically they had Cheetah, who was just a fucking dirtbag from the West Side. I know you don't give a fuck about Cleveland or Cincinnati; it's all the same.
Well,
shit.
he does.
But
I know he does.
But he grew up, in the West Side projects. He's just a fucking dirtbag, and he lived that grime stuff. So I mean, he.
Full disclosure: we played with the Dead Boys a couple weeks ago at Punk Rock Bowling, and Cheetah has still got it, still plays like a motherfucker, still parties. I'm a fan. He is the greatest.
Yeah, but I mean that tune, like we were talking, heavy metal bullshit. I'm a heavy metal fan, but I know heavy metal bullshit when I hear heavy metal bullshit. But that song in particular, there, if you listen to all that chord structure, like if you get nerdy about it, that's just heavy metal chords. Like
right.
and
shit that the Ramones would never play. Shit that the Ramones would never play.
That's Black Sabbath.
And that the Stooges would never play. Because those are more pure American rock bands.
Yeah.
Whereas you get this element in the Dead Boys, and I think it does come from Cheetah, of like that kind of semi-guitar hero, but kind of glammy Alice Cooper.
Yeah, it's definitely Alice Cooper.
And that kind of Ted Nugent even, I hear in there.
Stuff. He was into that stuff. Whereas Jimmy Zero, the other guitar player, he was more into the poppier side of the Raspberries, talking about Cleveland stuff,
right?
Like that kind of stuff. But
I love the Raspberries, and for my money,
Cleveland.
Is that right? I don't call them Cleveland. Wow, that's interesting. Yeah, I never think of them that way. Yeah. I always think of them as they're what the British wanted to be, like the American version of like
the
definitive.
Small Faces kind of mixed with a little like garage.
But because they're American, it's a little heavier and it's great. I mean, but to me, Go All the Way is the track. But the first one I ever heard, I had a compilation album. It was called Fantastic, 22 original hits. It was on KTEL, right? And it had this song, I Want to Be With You by the Residents.
I want to be with you.
Yeah, in fact, we should play that right now on Songs and Lyrics. both I Want to Be With You and Go All the Way, he does that thing where he doesn't even give you a whole verse. He gets to the chorus so quick. You're like, why didn't you just open with the chorus? But it's perfect.
Don't boys,
right?
get to the chorus.
And he does it. He comes in with a thing that's so short, right? In I Want to Be With You, it's like, if we were older, we didn't have to be worried tonight. And then immediately he's in the chorus, baby. Oh, he does the same thing in Go All the Way, right? I didn't know what a woman could be till she kissed me and said, baby, please. Go all the way. I mean, it's like, dude.
Dark spirit has cursed
He didn't. Hey, wait, shut the fuck up.
That's how we
See, that's the phone. That's how we investigated this. We are on location. We're in Emmen, Netherlands. I'm fucked up. It's the end of the tour, and I'm with Midnight. Now, tell me about you dudes, because that's what people want to hear about.
People don't want to hear about
People, are you guys like
dead boys?
Are you guys really
Raspberries?
decadent? I see one guy in the background. I don't know. I think you guys might be on dope or something. You guys.
Guilty. If you have,
That's another Cleveland connection, right? Both Iggy and the Dead Boys and the fucking there's a lot of sort of narcotic stupor. That's why I tie it all in with Ohio, because it's I like my memories of Ohio are hazy. I mean, except with Eric Davidson, that's when it's more like
I noticed, you left the room pretty early when I mentioned. He's like, "Oh fuck, this guy knows me from '93."
Yeah, we used to do a little sicker shit, man. You know how that is. But I mean, what happened just now was that I wish I knew more about you, because I didn't get to look at the show. I was trying to get paid and do different shit, but it was the thing was very close to the stage. So I was sitting there dealing with that, but listening to your whole show, and what I found was that you guys don't do a lot of heavy metaling. You guys are more like a straight ahead rock and roll band, but you hop it up to a level where it'll work at a thrash festival like this, because it's heavy enough and it's filling up space enough and going fast enough to do that. But the basis of it seems to be like rock and roll. What's the track I should play by you guys?
That's for you to decide. But
then I'd have to listen to you.
Yeah.
I'd have to care.
Yeah, they don't have to care, and hopefully they don't care. But
I could get mine.
oh yeah,
I'd say black rock and roll sums it up.
Black rock and roll.
But yeah, this shit just comes from like all the stuff that I like is still 70s and 80s based, and the bands that like the two main offenders would be Motorhead and Venom. Like the first, the earlier stuff, and
Lay
those
down
guys,
your soul to the gods, rock and roll.
Exactly, yeah. And those guys were listening. I listen to the same shit that they were listening to as well, so it's kind of like the same but different. you know. And
it's coming from a more rock and roll perspective than a metal perspective, but it works with the metal crowd in the same way that like AC/DC will always work with the metal crowd, even though it doesn't have any of the histrionic guitar or any of the bullshit. It's like
I don't want the
elements.
flashy I don't want the China cymbal. Don't want any of the horse shit that you know that mucks up and gives heavy metal a bad name. You know,
right.
I don't want that.
I mean, and I think I've kind of pursued an opposite direction over the last couple decades, where I was like, I kept it rock and roll in the rhythm section world, but then put increasingly weird sounds and stuff over the top of it, just because you get bored. You know what I mean? It's fuck, I don't want to do the same record again. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But fans are weird about that, aren't they? I mean, how long has this specific band been together? Because people are going to expect a sound from you if you got a record or two out. Right?
Yeah, no, that's true.
How many you got out now?
Well, believe it or not, it's basically like it's a solo band in a way. Like I do all the shit, and these like way more superior musicians play the live stuff.
Execute it. Oh, but you make the records.
On the records, I do all the horse shit on the.
So you're like a one-man band.
One-man jerk-off band.
Wow.
You've been doing this for 20 years?
First record came out in 2003.
Yeah.
So. Wow. See, I should know. And this is embarrassing for me because I meet people and I'm like, they're more famous than me, but I don't know what the fuck, you know what I mean? Because I just don't keep up with anything.
Because
I don't know anything. Like I met Hatebreed last night. And I was talking. I've been seeing that name forever on shit. You know what I mean? But like I never heard of it.
Once had a shotgun to my head, they said I wasn't worth the bullets. Now the world is my trigger and I'm here to fucking pull it. Once had a shotgun to my head, they said I wasn't worth the bullets. Now the world is my trigger and I'm here to fucking pull it. Still here, I can't hesitate. Eyes wide open, pupils dilate. Still here, set to detonate. I see the swarm, the scavengers awake. No sleep, no rest. If that's what it takes to be the best. No sleep, no rest. Mistakes women, I can't relate. Once at a knife to my throat, they said I wind up in the dark. I know the ones who doubt me are the ones that really hurt. Still here.
And that's why last night I was like,
Cleveland, they're too, though, guitar player.
they were really good. I was like, oh shit, wait a minute, this is good. I always wind up liking stuff, you know, like that I had instinctively felt like, you know, like I like this or I won't like this, but I never bothered listening to it.
Yeah.
And then when I hear it, I'm like, oh fuck, wait, I'm supposed to know about that. And it's different than whatever chauvinistic thing I thought it was, like based on their logo and whatever bullshit.
Yeah.
You know, so if I just saw Midnight, my thought would be like, oh fuck, you know, this is a mid-tempo rock band doing some bullshit like they wish it was 1985, you know, whatever.
I do wish it was 1985.
Yeah. Well, only because you had hair. But
not that human. Not at that point.
he got in there. And fucking, I mean, but when I heard you guys too, and it's interesting that you mentioned Motorhead, because I think that's a perfect allegory there. It's like heavy enough to move people and heavy enough to move a punk rock audience as well as people calling themselves metal, you know, without straying outside of a weird sonic palette of any kind.
Well, that's what I mean. It's you know, maybe, you know, I'm sure you're the same, but you know, like music has to like do something to you. And if you're just sitting there going like, you know, it's like, okay, well, you want, you know, it has to be some pelvic instinct into rock-based music. I mean, if you're, okay.
That should be the name of your next record, Pelvic Instinct.
There you go.
We're giving these out, dude. We're giving these out.
But that is pretty good. Okay, thanks, Mike.
See, now you got your title. Wow. Well, we are here in Emmen, in the Netherlands, with the notorious Midnight. They're not from Columbus. They're not from Akron, and you can bet your motherfucking ass that they are not from Chillicothe. These motherfuckers are straight Cleveland. Wow. It's Midnight on Songs and Lyrics.
Yeah.